Whispers its look. Simple-minded crawling fungus. Its cap is covered in a layer of hardened spikes.
Lie on your belly, open your maw, and let this tasty morsel stroll straight into your stomach.
Here ends the pilgrim's way. Hallownest's heart lays open before you. Proceed onward to share in its glory.
Animated remains of a Hallownest sentry. Still retains some memory of its former task. Thin wings hide a highly volatile belly. Will give its own life to protect its territory.
The great gates have been sealed. None shall enter. None shall leave.
The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answers to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it, I find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back? The city looks to be built into an enormous cavern, and the rain pours down from cracks in the stone above. There must be a lot of water up there somewhere. I suppose if the cave roof stayed strong this long, it should hold for us. Before I leave this kingdom, I'd like to see where all that water comes from. What a sight it must be. If you look down from here, through the rain, you can just make out those twisted sentries, their husks still stuck in endless patrol. I'd be cautious around them, my short friend. Their training will not have been forgotten. This city presents some formidable foes. Isn't this a wonderful spot for a rest? I so love the sound of the rain upon glass. Isn't this...
Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later. If you're still breathing. Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you've come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill. Even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly. As you wish. I'll get to work then. There we go. The reforging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes. You're still here. Is there something else you want? If you bring me a piece of pale ore, I can forge it into your nail and make it stronger still. If you...
A mechanism with a simple keyhole.
Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated, though I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is a resilience born of two voids. It's no surprise then you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If, knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hallownest's perpetuation, seek the grave in ash, and the marker would grant to one like you.
Memorial to the Hollow Knight. In the black vault far above, through its sacrifice, Hallownest lasts eternal.
Flying Sentry of Hallownest patrols the heights of the vast cavern in which the city was built. Animated remains of a large Hallownest sentry, one of few in Hallownest strong enough to wield a great nail. Aye, aye. Come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off! This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you would care to part with some. I'll offer fair trade for each.
Velmi Ardred.
These journals give us an interesting glimpse into the minds and hearts of those who lived before us. They're a common find, so I can't offer you too much for them. A wanderer's journal, eh? Though they're common finds about the kingdom, I much enjoy the deciphering of their text. Read together, they paint a morbid tale. It seems fate was unkind to most who traveled within Hallownest's ruin.
Velmi Ardred.
These ornate seals were official symbols of the king and his knights, and were treasured by those who carried them. The king and his knights are long gone, but the seals still hold value as curiosities. I'll pay a modest price for them. A Hallownest seal, eh? Very interesting this. Do you know of the kingdom's 5 great knights? They're revered figures of Hallownest, often mentioned in the annals of the kingdom, but only as a group. Both their names and appearance seem to have been expunged from history. So long has passed since their time. It'd be a grand achievement to discover their identities.
Velmi Ardred.
These ornate seals were official. Another Hallownest seal. Pass it over. I enjoy collecting their like, but there's little information to be gleaned from each. Mind you, they do keep a nice shine about them, and there's nothing wrong with appreciating something purely on aesthetic merits.
Velmi Ardred.
These ornate seals were official. A Hallownest seal, eh? Give it here. Do you have anything else for me? If not, get your damp little self out of my home. Looks like you don't have any relics on you. If you manage to find any in good condition, bring them to me, and I'll give you a fair amount of geo for them. No touching the antiques. My stock is not for sale. Still, if you've managed to come across any interesting trinkets during your travels, I may be willing to trade. Step over to the counter here and I'll see what you've got. There is a forgotten history in this kingdom's antiques, though few seem willing to look. Others come just to claw away at the cracks and ruins. Huh, scavengers and thieves. It's contemptible. We've talked enough, I think. Relics need cleaning, texts need deciphering. Out with you. This isn't a museum. We've talked. Winged sentry of Hallownest, equipped with a nail lance. Charges at threats or throws its lance from a distance.
Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all,
But the architecture is simply splendid.
charting such a different space is quite the challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievements so far?
Highly intelligent bug that uses arcane knowledge to twist soul into vicious spells. Free increases the range of the bear. Once a highly intelligent bug, deformed by the misuse of soul.
Record Abba. The mind still limits us so. How to break past its constraints, to attain a pure focus. Is it even possible?
Once a highly intelligent bug, inflated by misuse of soul. Learned bug, wielding a refined pin blade, enhances its combat prowess with harvested soul. Highly intelligent bug. Highly intelligent bug. Reflecting the desires of the soul sanctum for mastery over soul, it improves the bearer's ability to cast spells. Reduces the soul cost of casting spells. Whispers it. Head of the Soul Sanctum. Hoarded soul hoping to stave off Hallownest's affliction, but eventually became intoxicated by its power.
The bugs of Hallownest tried all kinds of tricks and rituals and prayers to rid themselves of the infection, but to no avail. Perhaps the infection came from somewhere deep inside of them that they could not escape.
Head. Strike the ground with a concentrated force of soul. This force can destroy foes or break through fragile structures. The force requires soul to be conjured. Strike enemies to gather soul. A traditional weapon of Hallownest, restored to lethal form.
Record Sender, spare thought for those consumed. Through their grace, we are evolved. No plague of mine shall overcome us now.
Head of the Soul Sanctum. Once a highly intelligent bug. Once a highly intelligent bug, deformed by the misuse of soul.
These fools meld with the soul of other creatures and lost their shape. Now they skulk through the shadows of their sanctum like slugs, hoping their old brothers will build them new bodies.
Hoy! Watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond! I don't want you splashing me. I have had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zot the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city! Water and monsters constantly fall from above! It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Have you seen them? The guards who still patrol this city, even after dying? Being overly devoted to one's duties is no virtue. Have you seen?
Fragment of a white vessel made to contain soul. Collect 2 more to form a full vessel.
I remember this station well. A common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were transported here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though. Eager to trout?
I hope you aren't too disappointed by our little town, traveler. Though it's now a solemn place, once we were much more welcoming. Entry to the kingdom was forbidden long ago, supposedly after some great calamity. Many gates were closed, but our old well remains as a way to creep back in. Over the years, all kinds used the well to wriggle into the ruins. Wanderers, thieves, adventurers. Funny how few ever come back up. Perhaps they find what they're looking for? Bah, I'm not so naive. No doubt, they've all been gobbled up. There are countless dangers in those depths. Did you see that tall cliff beyond the town's graveyard? That's only the base of a much larger peak. There's mines and machinery and all sorts of valuable rock forms inside. Many a traveler through Dirtmouth headed straight for it. Feeling tired? Plus,
What's more important? A light? I found another of these. You found a new nail, then? It looks like a much finer weapon than the last. Oh, this is the same nail. But it's been honed by someone extremely skilled. A nail is an extension of ourselves. It is the instrument by which we shape the world around us. It's a sacred duty to keep its edges sharp. Sorry, I shouldn't ramble on like that. Let's talk Geo instead. Pockets feeling empty?
Bapanada.
These markers are new additions to the shop. Are you enjoying yourself down?
Pale thing. You use these old lines? Pathetic. A real warrior carries himself to combat. He has no need for such convenience. Leave me be. It's the arena I seek. I've already wasted far too long on these cursed roads. Leave.
Are you a spellcaster? You want to wear a lot of... Have you ever drunk that bright blue liquid, life?
door with an open slot.
Bury my body. Cover my shell. What meaning in darkness? Yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever till light blooms again. Bury body, cover shell, darkness, no meaning, dangerous, still remain light again. Bury.
Placid but putrid creature holds rancid eggs within its gut. slow, hardy creature. The crystals that grow on its back provide extra protection from foes above. Remains of a bug drawn to the crystal peak for its precious crystal. Its claw pick now doubles as a fierce weapon.
Come to scale the mountain. I've heard tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me, though, and I'm not really one for heights. I jabbed myself on one of those crystals back there. Awful sharp they are and all over the place. You'd best watch yourself if you're heading up. I jabbed myself.
Feeds on crystal dust and uses crystallized spines to protect itself from danger.
Quite a view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating, if not for your small stature. Did it sadden you to see those miners below, still laboring at their endless task? Even overcome, strong purpose has been imprinted upon their husks. The crystal ore is said to contain a sort of energy, not as powerful as the soul the city dwellers harnessed, but far less lethal. Strange to know such ancient facts. I wonder from where my knowledge comes. At this high vantage, I can just make it out. The light from that sad little town. I doubt its residents could even comprehend the scale of the world that surrounds them. So small, it seems.
Fires shards of fast-growing crystal at intruders. Heavyset miner of the crystal peak. Heavyset miner of the crystal peak, overcome by crystal growth. Can discharge blazing beams of light from its crystallized limbs. The energy core of an old mining golem, fashioned around a potent crystal. The crystal's energy can be channeled to launch the bearer forward at dangerous speeds. Cheaply manufactured from a common design, can be used to open a range of simple locks. Flimsily made, it breaks after a single use. Small brass key, made in the likeness of a shopkeeper.
was a long time ago,
But I remember when these highways and crossroads pulsed with life. These are the paths I first carried passengers through when I was young. Those travelers are long gone, yet still I remain. Now it seems it's just you and I, and the furtive creatures, scratching and squirming all around us. Eager to trap?
Did you know the caverns continue even below the capital? Few have ventured that deep, so the details are scant. Those who made it back told of impossibly old structures, and roads formed as though the rock itself possessed a will. Feeling tired? Plus, I